Well, hey there, it's Jen.
And Elke, welcome back to the Jen and Elke Show, where we love talking about marketing and strategy for online business owners. And in this case, we're going to talk about print on demand as an income stream for 2026, and three of them that are very important for you to discover, if not already be part of. And if you're not doing so well on these, check this out because it's actually something maybe that you're doing that's not actually getting you the money, because people are making a ton of money in this online space. In fact, last year in 2025, it was over a $10 billion industry, and it's expected to double in 2026. So listen up.
So the title of this video is the top 3 online income streams for 2026, and we're specifically talking about print on demand, like Elke mentioned. There's many online platforms that you can utilize and monetize. However, print on demand is something that we love and we talk about all the time. We're going to dive into the top 3 options for you and actually give you one that we prefer at the end and dive you into why it's so important that we chose this one. All right, so the first one that we want to talk about, and you've probably heard of Etsy and maybe Printful, or maybe even the other one, which I'm going to talk about really quickly, is Printify. But first one we want to talk about is Printful. And so Printful, Printify, and the last one, which is a secret I'll keep till the end, are online platforms where you can choose products that are yet to be made and design things on them and post them for sale. So Printful and also Printify, I'm just going to share my screen really quickly to give you an idea of what this is. So Printful is our first one here, and it's a really great option. And this is where you log in, you create your own account, and you log in, and then you can choose from a selection of products to start creating and start selling. However, and I'm just going to say how this works. Let's see, design and sell. Look, you can see all of these. So custom patches, personalized hats, bags, t-shirts, leggings. So Printful has a lot of options for you. In terms of the price point on what the price of the product is. I'm not going to dive too deep into that, but you can compare these different platforms and do your own research afterwards. But the thing is with this one and also the next one, which I'm going to talk about really quickly, is that you have to create it on this platform and then you have to integrate it with Etsy. That's why I have the /Etsy on the little banner here at the bottom, because you're not actually selling on this website. You're just this is the fulfillment platform where you're like getting the products. And also the thing is that it's not there is a design tool aspect to it, but you have to create your design and then upload the design to these products and then create the link with your Etsy store. The one thing that I want to just preface is that even though this is a really great option, there's a lot of moving parts, let's call it that, where you have to create the design, take the link it to your Etsy store, create a listing, and then post it for sale, pay for your Etsy listing. So if that already overwhelms you, then you're in the same boat that I am, because this is a wonderful option that I would love to. And I've actually attempted this myself, but I feel like this is a lot of work for the payback. Although Etsy is a really big platform and most people know about Etsy, there's a lot of competition. And also you just have to really be techie in terms of understanding how to create the products and then link it up to your Etsy store and create that listing. Plus, every Etsy listing that you post, you actually have to pay a listing fee. Okay, so this is your first option. The second one that I want to showcase really quickly is Printify. So let's go here and I'm going to share the screen. So Printify, this is your second option, which is also very credible. You probably have heard about this. There's 2 that are these fulfillment platforms where you can grab the products from this website and post your design on it. And then the same thing like the other one is that you have to take that link and then link it to your Etsy store. Okay. And so you can see that they have a catalog here. We'll go quickly to the catalog and see all the different products that are available. And this one's kind of interesting because they do have your typical t-shirts and sweatshirts and and blankets, etc. They have jewelry, which is kind of cool. So the last platform that I'm going to be speaking about, this they don't offer jewelry. However, same sort of thing. You have to go in, design the product here, then link it up to your store on Etsy and create that listing. Okay, so these are 2 options for you, but there's a lot of moving parts and there's a lot of workaround in terms of connecting up your other store, and or if you post on Etsy, but you can also create like a Shopify store or things like that. So these are your fulfillment platforms. The last one that I want to talk about, and if you've been part of our community or on our channel for a long time, is that we actually prefer Zazzle. And you can actually see based on their website here, because we're on Zazzle.com, they are already marketing products here, and you can actually shop on this platform. So as a seller and also as a as a customer, you can come to this website and it's an all-in-one platform. So as a designer or seller, you can create an account. The account is free and they have a wide variety of products. Let's just go to the create your own here. And I want to layer. Let's go to create your own. You can see already that they have so many different products. They have over, what is it now? It's always growing in numbers, but I want to say over 1,500 to 2,000 different product types and styles that you can choose to design on. And it's really nicely laid out here for all you on here. I am personally logged into my store right now, so I can see this. But if you weren't logged in, you could also see this this website page right here. Okay, so you don't actually have to create an account right away to actually see what they offer for sale. And then once again, like I said, it is completely free for the account. It's completely free to create your own posting or listing, and then you get the royalties from that, right? And there's no workaround. Once you open up an account, you open up your own store here on the actual Zazzle platform, and then you start selling on this platform, okay? And so there's nothing in terms of moving parts. You don't have to link another store. You don't have to do all of that. Plus, the really cool thing that's different from Printful and Printify is that Zazzle actually markets your products for you. So all of these products on the homepage, you can see that are listed here and also very well marketed are products that sellers or designers like yourself and myself have posted for sale on the Zazzle platform, and they, Zazzle being they, market them and they put them out on their homepages, and also you can search for things too. So once you go into certain areas, let's say invitations and stationery, for example, and we go to all invitations and stationery, you can see that these are all products that are designed here on the platform, and Zazzle actually sells them on the platform and markets them for you, puts them into a nice little algorithm and sorts them for you. And people can then come to your store and buy on this platform, okay? And going back here to Zazzle.com, it's just a really amazing, cohesive platform. There is their own design tool. So let's go back to your create your own. So once we go to the create your own, let's say we want to choose a random product. Let's pick something different than a t-shirt and a mug. We'll do a cell phone case, for example, here. So once you click on that, like I said, I am logged in. So make sure if you start designing on this platform, you create an account and open up a store. Once again, it's completely free. All you have to do is put in your details and obviously your information about, how you earn money, but that comes later. We're not going to get into those details, but it's very easy to set up. Okay. Then once you go in here and let's say I want to design on this cell phone case, I can go here and I can add to my design. Let's say I just pick a random graphic. Valentine's Day is coming up, or it's already passed depending on the time of when you're watching this video, but I've purchased this graphic, so it's free for me to use, right? You have to make sure that any graphics that you use are able to be used by copyright law, right? So you either downloaded it, you created it your own. You can also design in the design tool. So they have a lot of elements here and different shapes and things. This isn't a design tutorial, but I just wanted to show you that this is a very robust design tool where you can create on the platform. You don't actually have to create, doing another thing on a different website. You can upload graphics, you can do things here. And then once I say, let's say I want to post this product for sale right now, I say done, and then I can click that button, sell it. And then once I click that button, I'm going to put in the details of the listing, like my titles and tags and everything. But then after I click post, then it goes directly into my Zazzle store. And then that link is live, and anyone on the Zazzle platform can find it if they were to go to my store, or if I were to send them an individual link to that product, or if someone were to search in the search bar anything to do with the title or tag that I'd use to describe this product. Okay. And so we absolutely love it. We've been on this platform since 2008. Elke and I are now coaches. We've been coaches since 2007. It's crazy that it's coming up on almost 2017. 2017. It's crazy that it's coming up almost on the 10-year mark of us being coaches on this coaches for this platform. We don't work for Zazzle, but we very much advocate it on a daily basis. If you've ever been part of our community, we probably say the word Zazzle more times than we say any other word in the entire dictionary. And so we've been on this platform for a really long time. individually as sellers. Initially, Elke and I have sold over $15 million worth of Zazzle products combined, and our students have sold over $165 million worth of Zazzle products. And so we kind of know what we're talking about, and we love this platform, although you can definitely choose which platform you want to go with, whether it be Zazzle, whether it be Printful or Printify, but we highly, highly recommend Zazzle because we just absolutely love it. And we find that it has so many more pros than cons in terms of other platforms that you can use. And just the usability is so easy, let's call it that, for the designers and sellers on the Zazzle platform. Plus, Zazzle loves its sellers. They're always introducing new products. They're always up-leveling their marketing game. They're always making sure that their customer service is on point. And the fun thing about that is that as a Zazzle seller, the only thing that you're responsible for is creating your products and listing them and posting them for sale. You can do additional promotion to get more traction on your products, but Zazzle does the rest of the work for you. So they do the shipping, the handling, the marketing, and also customer service. So you just basically have to have fun and post products for sale. Of course, you have to be intentional about it. And that's why we have our YouTube channel here giving you tips and advice on how to be a business owner and a good seller on the print-on-demand space. But yeah, Zazzle's the best platform. And for 2026, if you haven't yet decided to dive into online income, Elke and I highly recommend Zazzle because we think it's the best print-on-demand choice for you out there in the online space.
And to get started, if you are like you now have a store open and you are getting confused about what to design and post for sale, then we have this wonderful membership, which people love, which is the Design Divas membership. It is for Zazzle beginners or even Zazzle sellers who've already sold a lot and want to get more information on how to sell more intentional products. And the link is in the description below. So come and join us.
Yeah, we can't wait to have you in the Design Divas. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you there. And oh, by the way, there's no prerequisite for the Design Divas, so you can just join whenever, and whatever background you are and your history on Zazzle, you can just join right away, and there's no additional training needed. We'll see you in the Design Divas. Bye.